Hit the like button, share. Let's get this thing crackling, popping, man. These are guys, the Giant Assassins. AJ and Jude, Miami Central. AJ 1-1, Jude 1-0. First high school game he beats IMG Academy. Y'all check it out. It's in the member section. Hit the join button if you want to check it out. This entire video aired last night. Let's get it rocking.
Mm-hmm. You might come out there. I might have 3 running backs. I might be in, wildcat, whatever it is. Whatever I can do well, I'm gonna do it. Because at the end of the day, you gotta coach to what you got. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta figure that part out.
I always tell the kids, even who come to Central, we're going to accentuate your superpower. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do well. And I always teach them what's the difference between being a pessimist and an optimist. You know what I'm saying? Is the glass half full or half empty? I'm not looking at what you can't do. I'm going to look at what you can do. And whatever you can do, we're going to do it well.
Right.
And we're going to use you to your best of your ability to what you can do.
Right.
And, I told them all the time, it's not really about them, it's about us.
Right.
I don't care about their size. I don't care about their stars. I don't care about any of that.
Right.
I care about what you can do. And you being the best version of you. Steph Curry ain't dunking. That's fine. But he's shooting them threes. So you can be the best 3-point shooter the world has ever seen.
Right.
We're going to put you in a position for you to showcase the things that you do well.
Right.
And we're going to put you in a position for that. That's why he says he morphs his offense to whatever.
Right.
Same thing with the defense. I'm morphing my defense to whatever. If you can do this, then you're gonna play it. If and so on and so forth. So it's really of having the kids focusing on what they can do well. Because if you get to looking at other teams, that they don't matter. They come second. We got to focus on us because that game is based on execution.
Right.
Yeah. Just executing your job, doing your job. I always tell this team ain't built for superstars, but if you follow the plan at hand, you'll become one.
Right. Right. So y'all get into the week, right? And you said y'all got into a meet with the coaches. What did y'all tell the coaches?
Shoot, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told the coaches that Sunday. You know what I mean? I said, hey, look here. I had a look in my eye. I said, hey, if you scared, don't come to practice. Because we coming to win. We ain't going there for a good time. We coming there for showtime.
Right.
I said, we hunting. They finna be hunted. Because they used to just playing guys with this later. We going to hunt.
Right.
So we being aggressive. We came to win. It was a moment when it was 14-12 in the game. And my staff was like, man, let's just keep the field goal. And I looked at Jay. I said, how you feel? Shoot, let's go. I said, well, let's go. We're going for 2. We came to win. We ain't come to just play over. We came to win.
Right.
And that energy, you can feel that energy throughout the whole sideline, from not just the players to the administration on the sideline. They was like, yeah, we here.
Dudes when they make it, like when I see dudes,
Even coaches or players, like, are you an asset or a liability? Like, ask yourself, how am I helping? You're not even just helping Miami Central, but just helping, period.
Right.
Like, what can I do? As opposed to just, get off the sideline, get in the game. Come do something. Don't say nothing. Come do something.
Right.
Because that's what it's going to take, action. It's going to take action. But nobody takes action.
Right.
And if we take action, then the cycle can stop. Because what happens is we meet that standard of championship brand that we have here at Central.
Right. So y'all watch film. Have you watched film of the game since it happened yet? Have you sat down and watched it? Y'all ever sat down and watched it?
I watched YouTube for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm already worried about
that. And then I left. I got off of that, and I was like,
I listen to y'all.
I listened to your interview.
When
you was like, I'm trying to get AJ. You was like, I'm trying to get AJ on here. Somebody sent it to me. They sent it to me like, yo, man, they asked me to get on, but we was driving through 75, and the signal was so terrible. I was like, I ain't calling because he gonna be like, man, I can't hear you.
So y'all listen to us.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to shut you up. Nope, not really.
Yeah, we was listening.
You already know.
And I sit down and talk to y'all too, man. I realize I'm talking to the wrong 2 dudes about this IMG stuff. Because you almost beat them.
Right.
Then you go up there and beat them.
Right.
You go beat them the first time. Your first time going up there, you want to know first.
Yeah.
So y'all like line it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't feel. See, I've been up there with multiple teams. Like
I like it. Listen, I remember
Yo, what's going on? Hit the like button, share for us, man. Hit the like button, share for us. Put out a couple of videos there, so it's gonna be slow.
But it was you,
Violent and slow, man.
And you asked me a question, and I was like,
hit the like button, share for us. What y'all watching is from the member section. That's Coach Jude, Coach AJ, just beat IMG Academy this weekend. They stopped by and we did like an hour, 30 minutes with them. It aired live last night, so you had a chance to watch it. Give you a chance to watch a little bit of it right now. We're going to get this thing popping, man. Mario Cristobal, over under 10 wins. That's where we going. Couple press conferences. We get to talk to Mario Cristobal again tomorrow in the press. Got an IOD Squad course on sale. Course was selling for $700. We're going to do it for the next 3 days for $99, and we'll put that up in there. Shout out to Julian. Julian said fire interview. We got a couple people in the back. We got Hayes in the back. We got Kim going to come on here at 7:30. Man, we about to get this thing rolling, bro. We got Rich in the back. We about to get this thing rolling, bro. Let's start this thing out the right way.
oh, we going to kill them. We knew.
Y'all knew what?
We knew. I said, man, everything they got, we gave it to them.
Right.
I said, man, this would be the quiet cat.
We should have been on 21
We should have been.
21 points.
We should have been on 21 points.
You ain't gonna beat Miami Central being basic. You don't care what you think. You just gonna line up and no, it ain't gonna happen.
Now, did he mess up and throw it up early? Yes, he did. I can't take that back. But
yo, we a team, we a family. They don't know each other. When they score, they don't just bump each other. This is an individual thing. That ain't your dog. You don't know him.
Right.
You ain't go to the ice cream truck with this guy. You don't know him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I say, hey, look here. I had a look in my eye. I say, hey, if you scared, don't come to practice. Because we coming to win. We ain't going there for a good time. We coming there for showtime.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
Y'all knew what?
We knew. I said, man, that's fine. But he's shooting them threes, so you're going to be the best three-point shooter the world.
I'm seeing and ran back kicks with Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Who was the last one did that? You saying Amari Wallace? Because I know Amari turned into one of our better cornerbacks, right?
Yeah, he was.
Right.
He was.
What's going on, bro? What's going on? Ooh, what was that, man? It sounded kind of raspy there, man. What's good, man? Make sure you hit the like button for us, share, man. 786-459-9499. We want to get down with IOD Squad. 786-459-9499. If you want to get down with IOD Squad. About to get in here and talk a little bit about it's getting closer and closer to this game, man. The game kind of snuck up on me, bro. When it comes to the Canes, man. But what y'all was just watching was Coach Jude. That's in the member section. If you want to become a member, man, hit the join button down there. It's half off right now. It's half off the first month, man. If you want to become a member, the join button is right down there and it should be next to subscribe and the alert bell. You can get those for free. But that was Coach Jude talking, Coach AJ. That aired last night. That aired last night for everybody to watch, and then it's in the member section. And we put out a small snippet of it today, and we'll put out another snippet, and then we eventually release it. But if you want to watch the whole thing, it's in the member section in the back. Like I said, 786-405-9499. If you want to get down with IOD Squad. IOD Squad has a sale on its course. Course was going $700 a base, $700. Gonna be $99 until Friday. It's 15 classes. You can get in there. You get one live class with your boy. Get a Q&A with your boy. Bam, there it is right there. That thing needs some music with it, dog. You could just scan, boy, you can high drag, low speed, high drag, however it goes. You know what I'm saying? You could just scan the code. You scan the code right there. Like low drag, high speed, whatever the word is. But it's IOD Squad course, man. It has over 15 classes in it, bro. Some of the classes it has in it, let me think offhand. What is money? Trading Trading can change your life. How to start with $50, supporting resistance, buy low, sell high, how to buy the dip, do the markets crash, how to read the charts, trend lines, intro to options, all those classes in there with $700 until Friday is $99. You can just cash up IOD Squad, send your email or scan it and get up in there. That's not going to stay like that for long. A lot of work went into that course. I'm going to bring my homies in here. Boom. There go one homie. Dark Skin Wonder.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Nabule.
Sapase.
Sapase Nabule.
Mm-hmm.
That's one homie. Rich, what's going on, man? How's your day today, bro?
Man, going pretty good. No complaints at all. Work was great. Life is great.
Home.
It's all great.
Home, right?
Yeah, you know.
Huh?
I say, you know it. I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
let me see. We're going to bring Steve Kim in here about 7:30. 7:30. So, it's going really fast, dog. Like, it's going really fast with this game, Rich. Bethune's coming up real fast. Today we got to go to practice, and they had on the Bethune jersey. That's the first time I saw the scout team with the Bethune jerseys on. So I guess they on some see what you hit type stuff.
So who's on the scout team?
We didn't really focus on it like that to say, oh, he's scout team. You know what I'm saying? I guess we didn't really do all that. Cool. But yeah, had to be some players on the team. I think the running back is already there. The running back that they picked up that we put in the group meet, the member group meet.
Well, dang.
Lucius Stanley. Yeah, I think he's there. Number 24. He was the only one I didn't notice. 6 foot, 215 pounds.
So they already got him matriculated in the classes and everything. If he's on the field, or that could mean they had this. They were working on this for a couple days before it was released 2 days ago.
And Mario was saying yesterday, he was saying he couldn't really talk about it, but yeah, that had to be him. He's the only back that we didn't notice. We didn't recognize. But listen, let me get a moment of silence. Run that thing back. Give my dog the full experience. Representing for all the light-skinned brothers. Originally from the bottom, but moved to Disneyland. It was too tough down here. And plus the Uber costs, they pay more for Uber up there in Orlando. I'll be sure looking like he swear light-skinned brothers are coming back. He swear they coming back. Got my dog in the back, my sidekick, light-skinned Larry. Coach Hayes with the 1990.
I can tell you how I about you night and day. Never feel about you night and day. Won't you know? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is the original light-skinned warrior, Coach Killer Hayes. How y'all doing out there?
Be honest with me, dog. Tell the truth. You be sitting in class every day like, man, there's some urgent. I could be home making videos.
Trying to tell you. Hey, y'all just don't understand, boy.
when you find something that you passionate about, man, that you love doing, dog, it make everything else feel like, man, what is going on?
Bro, I wake up every morning. I wake up every morning saying, "Damn it!"
And plus, school is just listen, man. My girlfriend's a school teacher. School is just going to hell in the hell.
Bro, I don't even want to talk about like I'm gonna tell y'all something. We're gonna talk football. But can I tell you something?
That first day, Hayes called me kind of that first day he was kind of stressed out though.
Listen, I'm even more stressed out, bro. Like,
talk to him.
Daryl Page told me Kohei trying to get handicap discounts when he wear them shades. Y'all gonna leave my shades alone. But let me tell y'all something, man. And this is a crime, bro. We got kids, 8th grade, that can't even add and multiply. And I'm talking about these are general education students. These are not kids they're not labeled, quote unquote, learning disabled. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about they're teaching our young kids to count on their fingers. Like that's part of the curriculum, bro. Like this is sad, bro. Like when I say sad, and this is when I know people cooking the books. Ain't no more talking about schools are 2 points from being a beat, and we got kids counting on their fingers. Somebody lying. Like when I say it's genocide, like we killing. I ain't want to get too deep, but I ain't want. But bro, this is like it's heartbreaking, dog. It's like watching our kids drown, and I'm standing there, and I could save them, but I'm telling them, no, just keep kicking. You'll make it. Just keep swimming. Keep trying to swim. You'll make it. I'm telling you, it's bro. I'm telling you, and I got a homeboy that writes math books. He said something to one of his seminars, and I'm gonna be done with this. This was so. Mm-hmm. He told the teachers at the seminar. He said, "Let me tell y'all something. Do you know that your kids spend over 1,000 days in elementary school? 1,000 days sitting in a classroom, and they walk out of here not being able to add, multiply, subtract, and divide. That's criminal, dog. That's criminal.
Right. So real fast, because we ain't gonna go down this road all the way.
Yeah, I know. I ain't want to.
What are they learning?
I want to know. I want to know what school district you're talking about, or is it just overall?
Man, all of them. Overall. But what are they? But what are they learning? They learning how to socialize with other kids. What are they learning? What else? What are they learning?
Well, here's what the problem is. They're teaching it. The problem is the way the curriculum is set up. That if a kid doesn't get it, you can't slow down and stop and slow it down. You got to just keep going. Like Monday, today is Tuesday. Monday, those shorties was in there learning how to multiply numbers with decimals, right? Guess what they did today? Learn how to divide numbers with decimals in it. Well, here's the problem. What if they don't know how to multiply? You can't divide if you don't know how to multiply, bro. But the curriculum says today you were doing multiplication, tomorrow we were doing division. Like you can't go back. And man, that's a whole nother issue, man. But let's talk about it, man. It's game week. Because I'm serious, I can go on and on, man.
They ran Radakovich out there for us today, man. Here's Radakovich, man. Have Radakovich talk to us today. The AD at University of Miami. And I think he's talking about
we can sell.
How many tickets they sold?
6,000 from last year, from what I'm told. So yeah, good progress.
Dan, what could you share about what you're working on in terms of expanding facilities here?
Well, I think
that's my dog right there. That's my dog from 247. What is his name? What is his name? Who's always with Gabby? What's his name, Rich? Come on, man. Y'all know his name. That's my little homie. Yeah, we're always with Gabby. Dark hair guy.
Not Manny Navarro.
No. Manny's not 247. They'll let us know in the comment section. But my dog assassin with the questions, though.
Not Andrew Ivins.
No, Andrew Ivins gone. He's on a spaceship somewhere. He's out there. He's national.
Okay.
My dog assassin with the questions, though. I like him. He assassin with the questions. They ran Radakovich out there. He was ready. Radakovich, listen, y'all say y'all build this shit. What exactly is it? And he just get right on them.
I think we're continuing to move forward with our plans here. Our idea from Jump Street really was to build the forever home of University of Miami football, a football operations center, much like you see at other campuses around the country. So we're well on our way moving forward with that. We're going to start and have started in kind of a silent phase our fundraising for I think our number's
7,000.
That's the total season tickets that we can sell. This is up about 6,000 from.
Okay, David Lake. David, that's his name. David Lake. That's my little homie. I like David Lake. Listen, he say 60,000 tickets have been sold. 60,000 or 50,000. 60,000, 50,000 or 60,000. The stadium holds 70,000 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We got Steve Kim just walked in this thing.
65 to 70.
Kim, what's going on, bro?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, afternoon, gentlemen. Hope everything's well.
Chilling. So
Afternoon.
we were just
What's going
listening to
on, Steve?
Radikovich.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, man. First time talking to him. Anyway,
Radikovich say they got 50,000 tickets sold, Kim. Not sure what that means. I don't know if that means everybody's coming. You know what I'm saying? But the stadium holds what, 65? I think he said capacity or something like that. I believe that stadium is going to be lit come Saturday. I believe that Mario them have done a great job at tugging on people's emotions and marketing and what they have created, the buzz they've created around the program. They've dug up the old Hurricane fan. They say we winning this year. They all coming Saturday. Bethune or not, I think they all are coming Saturday. 50,000 tickets sold. Hayes, what does that actually mean?
they've already bought. Yeah, they've already bought the first 20,000. What schools typically do is, especially when you're playing that, there's a requirement. Part of that requirement is to stay Division I is consecutive, like tickets sold, right? You have I think it's 17,000 or 18,000, something like that, tickets sold. And they usually buy the upper dome. That's why that's always empty, and it's kind of sprinkled about. But they leave the lower dome because those are bigger money ticket seats. But I think it's going to be big, right? Everybody wants to see this. You have a big HBCU weekend coming, not just Bethune, but you got Jackson State and you have FAMU playing the following Sunday, the Sunday right after, right there. So a lot of things are going on in the city. And you got a lot of Bethune alumni right here in Florida, especially in South Florida, man. So they want to come and support not only the Hurricanes, which they're fan of, but they're also a fan of their home school. So I think you're going to have a great turnout. When it comes to this, man.
Kim, them saying they sold 50,000 tickets. He said 6,000 up from last year. What does it mean anything to you?
Well, I actually believe Rad when he says that they've had an uptick in season ticket sales. I actually bought season tickets. I live in LA. I think it's time for the fan base all across the country to try to support the program as best as possible, especially if they're making these type of efforts. But I will say this, 50,000 tickets sold or distributed doesn't necessarily mean that 50,000 people plus are going to be there. I mean, I've seen a lot of games, and a lot of my other friends that actually live in the area will tell me, Steve, they announced 45,000. It was closer to 20 because, and this is the way it works in baseball. I've seen a lot of games, and I remember the announcers would talk about this. The announced attendance is 42,000, but they'll also say, but they probably only had about 25,000 because just because you buy a ticket, in theory, doesn't mean anyone's going to use the ticket. But once it's bought, it is counted as the attendance. Like for me, for instance, I have season tickets. Now, I'm actually using my friend's tickets. He's pretty high up there with the booster, so I'll be sitting in some other area. But there's a lot of other games that I'm going to have to give away that ticket to someone in the 305 area because I live 3,000 miles away. But, I really hope, just from a perception standpoint, and I've said this on every space I've been in, I think the goal for game number 1, considering we played Bethune-Cookman, let's get 50,000 in there and look like a real program and support this new administration. I think it would be a horrible look in game 1, after all that Mario and Alonzo and Rad have done, to have 28,000 looking like it's Temple from 2000. Let's not do that. Let's try to look like a real program here.
Right.
Yeah, that stuff happens though, man. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, that stuff happens. I just think the new car smell is still too new, and I think you'll have a lot of people, barring the weather. But I think if the weather's good, you'll definitely have it. I mean, just like Florida State, right? They say their game was sold out. Man, it was more aluminum seating showing than people. But they're going to blame it on the weather, but still, I mean, that's part of it, right? They're all going to boost the numbers, unless it's just a huge game and they know that, Miami, Florida State, right? They know that game's going to be sold out regardless of whatever. But
right. Yeah, so I'm on record saying that. Listen, bro, I think everything's about marketing, feeling. Apple never says come buy an iPhone. They just make you feel good about buying it, and you buy it every 2 years. I think
Right.
Mario I think Mario has came in and I don't know, bro. He went to the basketball game. They make a run. Women's basketball, they make a run. Miami Central. First school he stopped by Miami Central. They goes up there and they beat IMG Academy. Like I think he's created this thing where people can actually write a comic book, and all they need to do is beat Texas A&M. And oh my God, you know what I'm saying? It's out of here. But I think Miami has created a buzz. So talk to me, Rich.
I was going to mention they would call that the Midas touch. So everywhere you go, when you touch down, great things happen. So that's what's up. Hopefully that can happen at Texas A&M as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Streeter, I want to add this. I think the program the last 15 years or so has been very, very lazy. I can tell you this as someone that's had season tickets way back when. I've been a Hurricane Club member. There used to be a time, and I showed this to you because a lot of this stuff is in my office. It's on my refrigerator. But if you were a season ticket holder and or Hurricane Club member, you would get pocket schedules, posters, magnets with certain players. I remember during the Butch Davis era, every year they had like a new slogan, like Full Force Football, and it was James Jackson running. Another year, they had another slogan with Santana Moss running. Another year, it was Edger and James. And I kept all of it, and it was a great way to keep people engaged. But that takes money. But there's an old phrase, and you know this, Streeter, you're an entrepreneur. You got to make money to spend money. And there came a point that somewhere along the way, I didn't get anything. I mean, I'd get the letter asking for more money, but I never got anything else. I'm like, now you're giving me bad football for 15 years. So I think there comes a point in time where the administration, and again, I don't know if that's an indictment on Blake James, but I've talked about this with other people. I'm coming to Miami tomorrow. I'm going to be there all the way to Monday morning. Hope to see you guys. Part of the reason why I'm going is I'm meeting with some people. I'm actually trying to be a part of a program because I remember watching games at the Orange Bowl, especially for the games that were not Florida State or like a Notre Dame. I would see loads of high school teams in their jerseys, and I'm assuming they got free tickets. Well, look, Miami is not exactly Columbus. It's not Georgia. It's not Nebraska. Mm-hmm. They're going to have empty seats for a lot of games. I want to create a program where we can just get some money together, get a couple of hundred seats in a certain section for young kids to go out there and enjoy a day or a night of Miami Hurricane football and create some community branding and get kids to get into the habit of rooting for the Hurricanes and just enjoy themselves. It could be tied into academic achievement or just showing up to school, high achievers. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going out there this week, because let's face it, guys, most Miami games are going to have empty seats in that stadium.
Right.
Well, funny you should mention that, because that's something that if you're in, we have a group meet chat for members that's a part of Footballville.
He's supposed to be in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, cool. So
I can't get in. I'm like Fred Flintstone after the cat threw him out. But Streeter's gonna hook me up this week. He's gonna get.
I got you, dog. Yeah, the guys came up with that, right, Rich?
Yeah, they came up with that same idea, and I know it's something that we've even expressed on this show before, where we were like, I'm just gonna comment on this real quick. So this past weekend, as we were watching Florida high school football dominate the world, basically, shout out to Miami Central defeating IMG. When we were watching that, and I'm gonna be quick because I know you're gonna give a shout out to Sean Rounds real quick, Street. but when we were watching that, we were watching the American Heritage game, and we saw all the stickers of other teams that are not based in South Florida, and we were like, what do we got to do in order to reach the kids sooner? Because it's not because we've not been the team that of the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s for the past 20 years, the kids don't have the same affinity for Miami like kids 20 years ago did. So a kid 20 years ago, I mean, 7, 8, 9 years old, you're like, the only scholarship offer I want is from Miami. And if I don't have one from Miami, then I'm not a real baller. Now, kids are not necessarily saying that about Miami. And we were thinking, in order to change that narrative, is what if some of these kids that are in these communities went to those games and actually saw Miami play and saw Miami be dominant for the first time? We think that would change a lot of the perspective and a lot of the narrative of the kids going forward, because these are the kids ultimately that we're trying to recruit when they get to high school. So Steve, Kim, shout out to you, and shout out to the folks in the group me who also have voiced that in the past.
Yeah, if you guys go back to the U, I'm sure we've all seen it multiple times. I mean, Benny Blades actually says, hey, my first Miami game, when you went to Burger King and you bought a big, was it a Whopper, they'd actually just literally give you a ticket. That's how bad it was in the late 70s. They would literally say, if you buy a Whopper, fries go with this shake, and I'll see you at the Florida A&M game, which they lost, by the way. But I mean, so they got to go back. The program is so lazy in so many ways. And I go back again, straight. I'm going to tell you again, you did a great interview with Alonzo Highsmith when he said, look, we fell into a malaise like the auto industry at General Motors in the late 70s, early 80s. So I'm going to call Alonzo Highsmith the Black Lee Iacocca. He's got to help turn this around.
Yeah, I just want to say before you give you a shout out, man. I mean, you're 100% right, both of you guys. The biggest problem is, and Steve, you could check this out. I still think they do it. They have a will call list, and that will call list is a section where the players get in free. All the coach has to do is call and say, hey, I'm calling from Miami Norland Senior High School, and I got 10 guys coming. That's it. That's all you have to do. So it's free. Now, maybe what you guys want to do, if that's the case, you may want to give out a free park. Like you may want to pay for a parking pass because they don't pay for that. Right. So a lot of kids get dropped. A lot of kids get dropped off at the gate and have to walk in and then go across the street and get picked up by parents. But to your guys' point, we were not good. And who's taking the kids? The coaches. The coaches are not fans of the schools anymore. Right, the kids, even if they want to go, their mama not gonna let them go by themselves. Mom don't want to go to the game, so we had to be good, right? And you had to build the relationships that I think were lacking in the past couple of years with these programs and these coaches. Like I'm being honest, I've seen more Nick Saban in my years coaching than I've ever seen Miami Hurricane coaches out of all of them that came through in the past since 2000 to when I left in 2015. I've seen Nick Saban and Kirby Smart more than I've ever seen any coach from University of Miami.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Wow. An indictment.
Wow.
Being honest.
That's kind of where the idea in the group me stopped at, Kim, because they were overzealous. They were like, listen, man, we're going to put together, we got a group, we're going to get 30, 40 kids to go street you down. Where we going to send the money to? I said, y'all know if y'all get a kid a ticket, y'all got to get the mama a ticket too.
Right.
We're bringing them.
Right.
Then everybody was like, oh, wait, hold on.
Right. And the other thing is, look, we know the way kids are. We actually came up with the idea. Now we have to have enough money for these kids to at least get a Coke and a hot dog and popcorn. You know, because look, I don't want them starving or drinking out of a water fountain for 4.5 hours. And then you're right. Then you got the transportation. I'd like to actually give them a T-shirt or something. Have a catchy name, Kids for Canes or something. Make it something about the community. It doesn't even have to be about football. It really does. Most kids are not going to play football. That's the reality of it. You know.
I'm all in with you on it, bro. You could use. I'm all in with you. You could use the platform, whatever. So just let me know.
Same here, guys.
Yeah.
Same here.
Absolutely.
So right now, so you heard Steve Kim just announced, man, listen, any ticket he's not using, we're giving it away. So whoever's giving us the biggest donation, we're gonna give away Steve Kim tickets every week. Oh, okay. He ain't going to. So he going to Texas A&M and he probably going to Clemson. The rest of them, we're gonna figure out a way to give them away. Now let's get to my boy, Sean Rounds. Sean Rounds has been pumping money into the program.
Wow. Woo.
Telling you.
That boy look like a copper.
I got a goddamn booster at this point. You might want football be a booster. Sean gonna start telling me what to do soon. Street man gotta get rid of the goddamn Nintendo hat street. Shout out to Sean Round with the biggest donation we ever got. By far doubled. You know what I'm saying? The most I think we ever had was 99. Shout out to Sean Round, man, with the 199, bro. Listen.
And I think the 99 was from Sean Rounds.
Either him or a trucker or the trucker. Either one of them two. But shout out to Sean Rounds, man. I mean, bro, listen. I'm not good at asking people to cash app or telling people to give stuff. But best believe that this thing was grassrooted built. And we figure out ways to bring in revenue every day. We try to figure out ways to bring in revenue every day. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to Sean Rounds, man, for putting his money where his mouth is. Instead of giving it to Strawberry at the strip club, man, you can throw it up in here anytime, big homie.
Coming to the stage, Cinnamon.
Big homie. Had to play the old Phil Collins for Sean Rounds, man.
We got some comp. Got some comp.
Got some comp.
Hold on now. Remember?
Hold on, can I say something? Will you do that? I got one for you.
Run it.
Sean Rounds. Put up my man Bullyville right quick. Bullyville said,
yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday's price is not today. Paige, what's the biggest donation you ever got, dog?
I want to say 149 that night. I tried to give away Poor Little Timmy shirts, dude, when they respond. He just wanted to give out some money. I said, all right, cool. It was like 149, 149.99. Oh, how did he get to the 99.99? So I don't get it, but hey.
So hold up, man. We're gonna get into the Mario 10 wins in a second, man. Cause Hayes got to get up out of here. Hayes got some stuff to do too. But man, shout out to the Bullyvilles. The Bullyville used to give money, and I didn't know who he was. I just thought he was a guy that figured out, hey, listen, if I send this dude $9.99, he'll promote my business for the freezy, and I won't have to become a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? It was brilliant. I thought it was brilliant, but I realized, man, he was a dude that, man, that watches Footballville all the time, man. He really believes in what we're doing, man. And, bro, listen, shout out to him, boy. That's $1.99 at $1.99. $1.99 going one time, do that. He's gonna get the third $1.99. I split it with Coach Hayes if we get another $1.99. You know, can we get another? So I got another song for him. I might well go ahead and play something else for him. Let me see what I can. Had to go in the crates and pull this one up.
You gotta find that Dion. Must be the money.
I don't think they play that song enough, dog.
Nah, they don't, man.
They don't, dog. I don't think so.
That's all hard, though.
You know, Luke said you don't play his songs.
Nah.
Can we ever win at anything, bro?
So he said he had to play USA and by UM. Damn.
He said they don't play his songs in that stadium, dog. I'm gonna run out of songs. Hold on, man. I'm gonna run out of songs. Hold on.
Every time the light skinned dude come on. Every time the light skinned guy come on, you get paid, right?
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. Anytime they see Coach Hayes, money starts falling out the sky. So shout out to Sean Rounds, because the Bullyville said, I can't let Sean Rounds outdo me. Sean Rounds went and got his other MasterCard and went and put another $49.99 on it. Somebody looking for the goddamn EBT card right now. Listen, man, we take food stamps, we take it all. Man, listen, bro, real talk, man, I appreciate y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for supporting what we do, bro. A lot of hard work going to this stuff, man. A lot of hard work going to this stuff.
Y'all don't know, boy. I'm telling you, bro.
Don't know at all. Totally appreciate y'all, man. Mario, over under.
Real quick. I gotta say this real quick.
Right.
One thing that is free to show your support is those likes. So it's 130 something people watching and 29 likes. So
yeah,
you could go ahead and hit the like button if you're watching. Right.
Yeah. Oh
man.
We ain't gonna get to the Mario question. We ain't gonna get to the Mario question, man. I'm about to start taking clothes off in a minute, man.
It is like Price is Right, boy. They're like Price is Right. He trying to beat him by $1.
Hey, we ain't gonna get nobody good. We ain't gonna get that boy put 50 on one.
Oh man.
I love it.
Man, listen, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I totally appreciate y'all.
Well, that's
That
awesome.
look pretty up there. I'm finna take a picture of that, dog. That look pretty up there. So listen, Kim, over under Mario, 10 wins. How many games in the whole season? How many we got regular season?
We got 12.
We got 12. Over under. If you go over, that means you're saying one of them big ones they're gonna have to pull out. If you go under, then we just got damn old Hurricanes that we've been the last 15 years. Like, over under, Kim. Mario Cristobal 10 wins.
You know, it's interesting. I actually, and I sent this to you guys via Twitter DM. I wrote something for OBB Legend about 9-3 being the floor. And I think that's the most reasonable thing. Here's what I believe the reasonable goals are for the first year of the Mario Hurricanes. Number one, you got to protect Hard Rock. You got to win every home game. That's what a good team does, right? You look at our home schedule this year. We're going to be the betting favorite in every single game at home. Bottom line. The other thing is you have to win every game you're supposed to. And people think that's easy. It's not. But you look at what Alabama does, their last 100 games as a favorite, they hammer people. We are not good at beating these middle-of-the-road ACC teams. Forget the Clemsons of the world. Guys, it wasn't too long ago. We lost to Duke in back-to-back years. Duke. Now, I don't mean Grant Hill, right? Christian Layton, or Duke. I don't mean Johnny Dawkins. I'm talking Duke. I mean, we probably gave Coach Cut another year or two on his life at Duke. So we have a long ways to go. So everyone's going to focus in on Clemson and obviously A&M. You know, since that 2017 magical night at Hard Rock against Notre Dame, every other big name program or game we've been in, we have been stuffed in a locker. We have been Michael Spinks to Mike Tyson. That's the reality of it. And so I did a little bit of a breakdown last year, guys. You know, we played 6 one-possession games last year, and we were 4-2. The only team that really blew us out was Bama, and you can look at it two ways. We're either 15 to 20 points from being a 10-win team, or we could have been the opposite direction, a 4-win team. I mean, it was really interesting how many close games we played last year. So the question then becomes, just by being a better team up front blocking and actually tackling, can that lead to 3 more victories? I actually think yes. I don't think, and Coach, you talked about it and you hinted at it. We were not good in the fundamentals. Forget the schematics, Coach. And I saw some of your videos where you pointed it out like Nostradamus. We were not good fundamentally. I'll let you go, Coach, because I saw one of your videos where you flat out said right in the beginning, you said, too much walking in this practice. I'll never forget it. And I said, that's interesting. You called
it's little things, right? Yeah, it ain't coaching. And that's the funny thing, Steve. It's the little things that you don't see. Here's a prime example. I never forget when high school coaches used to go on trips. Go to Alabama. We get off the plane. The GA picks us up. They're already in the middle of the camp. This is a true as God stories you could call it. We walk into the indoor facility, right? We still got our bags. So the GA's taking the bags going up. We just come to the camp. They blow the whistle, and it's like controlled chaos. Everybody's running. I start running. I ain't had nowhere to go. I just start running. These are guys on the shoes. Even from the athletic trainers to the war girl, if they're not even moving, they're running in place. If you're on that green grass, you're going to be running. I just start running. Like, remember Cedric the Entertainer when he say, man, you remember in Kings of Comedy when the dudes start running, everybody start running. Man, what y'all running for? That's the same thing. It's because that was the culture. You understand? And I knew right then when I saw the film. See, a lot of stuff when you look at football, don't look at what the camera's focused on. Look at what's out of focus. That tells the story. Look at the stuff that's going on behind it. Those things that's how coaches look at stuff. We don't look at the ball. We know it's 23 counter. We know where the ball is going. I'm looking at what's happening on the backside of the play. Right? Because if I hear the crowd go, woo, that means he's gone. I want to see if it's a holding call already being happening. So I can already be prepared for it being called back. So you got to be proactive. And those are the things when you see, you're like, God, oh, bro. Like I say, I took this picture, Steve, at the top of the stadium in Alabama at the Mercedes Dome. We're on a timeout. Bro, all the coaches on shirts standing there like that with their arms crossed looking at the field. Nobody's talking to the players, and we're getting our teeth kicked down our throat.
Right.
I looked on the sideline. Manny Diaz has a call. See, these are the things I'm talking about. The people on the Manny Diaz has a call sheet. Only when it's offense, he has the call sheet in his hand because he's listening to the call and he's looking at what they're talking about. But when he's on defense, there's no call sheet in his hand. You know what he's doing? He's going off of feeling and emotion. Sometimes as a coach, you got to do that. But most times, if you've done your due diligence, you know 4th and 1, they like to do this. 3rd and mid, they like to do that. This is the tendency, yada, 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 yada. Your guy's upstairs, he has the same call sheet, y'all working through it, and it's a 10-second time limit, right? This dude say, forget it, I don't need that call sheet. Hey, man, run this. Run that. Those are the things I'm talking about. And here's the funny thing. There's nobody upstairs he's talking to. If you look at the game, all 10 coaches on the sideline. You name one coach you never saw on the sideline. Not GAs. I'm talking about 10, the 10 paid coaches plus the 11 is the head coach that you didn't see on the sideline. So who has the bird's eye view of the guy getting blocked on the 54 and a half yards away, or 54 and a third yard away from you that you can't see because there's 22 bodies running around the field? Nobody, you trusting that in the 22 pimple popping GA? I'm just being honest. These dudes getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're trusting that in the dude that stay in his mama basement?
Coach, I have a question for you. Because
Sure.
I remember prior to the Michigan State game, there was a lot of talk on message boards, and I was told a few things, and that under Manny Diaz, and I found this amazing because he had been a defensive coordinator at some pretty good programs, right? That we simply did not tackle enough, and that we overused that tackling donut way too much. I get it, every program uses it, but that became way too much of a staple of our practice. And I started hinting at it like, hey guys, we're not very physical because we don't tackle. That's something that's got to be conditioned. It's got to be a part of your DNA. You've got to hone that and sharpen that blade every day of your existence. That's like anything in life, right?
Sure.
Could you tell from your vantage point as an experienced coach that we were a soft team, that was basically coached into us over time with Manny?
You know the problem with our tackling? It wasn't the fact our guys were scared or soft. It was the fact that you didn't have enough numbers to the ball. These offensive guys are so good, right? And you have to remember the game is different. They're not running up the gut. Think about a Jalen Knighting. When would Jalen Knighting 20 years ago be a running back in the NFL? I mean, in high school. I mean, in college. At 170 something, whatever he is, pounds. He would not. So it's so much perimeter play. These guys' skill sets are so different. How you win football games and tackling is you jump that dude like it's a bar fight. You got to get more bodies to the ball. It's very hard to make an open field one-on-one tackle, even if you're an Alabama guy. If you notice, Alabama makes great tackle because there's 4, 5, 6 guys to the ball, 7, 8 guys to the ball. That's why tackling looks so different. But when I'm out there one-on-one in space, and here's the thing about tackling, guys, you have to know your angle. To Coach Aristide's point, and I know Warren Sapp laughed at him, but he has validity to it. You have to constrict it. You got to constrict the hole, contain it, and cap it. Meaning, I got to try and vice this ball. I got to get a guy on the outside shoulder, a guy on the inside shoulder, and a guy over the top. Like that's how those are the 3 initial, and the other guys are all pluses to the fight. But if you don't harp on that in practice, if you don't do that, like I used to do a thing called gotta still forget after that ass. When the ball gets thrown, they have 5 seconds. I don't care where you're from. You better be trying to pull a hamstring to get to that football. I don't care if the dude ran outside zone to the left and you got vertical runoff to the right all the way down the field. Ball, you better turn and try to pull a hammy trying to get there. Because if I don't have at least 8 people to the ball by the time I get to 0, we're doing up downs until the next call come out. And the coach already knew, slow it down, take a full 3-4 minutes to call your next play. See, that's conditioning the mind to get to the ball. It's easier to get to the ball than do 4 minutes of straight up downs. By the time you finish, you could have done 50 or 60 of them. Do that in 3 or 4 series. You've done 200 up downs in a period in practice.
Right. I've
That's
seen that
just
drill.
that's my
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, Manny used to run that drill.
Used to. But I'm just being honest, and I'm not trying to be funny. But you have to buy into it. You can't do it and say we're going to do this drill, and because he was far away from it, I'm gonna give him a chance. No, yeah, he made it. No, he didn't make it. Look at the teams from 01, 02. They get to the football.
Right.
Northwestern is good against Jones because they got to the football. I'm listen. It's 8 o'clock. I gotta go do my live.
Yeah.
My coach, Hey, I love you guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, y'all support Footballville. Steve Kemp, do your thing. Rich, I'll holler at you, man. I don't know where Rich just disappeared. I think he went off into his green screen somewhere in Florida. But we'll talk, man. I'm on the Coach Me Coach podcast, and I'll be at the game, man. Big shout out to Augusta Kane for giving me my tickets. Thank you so much, man. And you guys for donating. I'll holler at you. I'll call you straight.
Thanks, Coach.
Yo.
Yes, sir. We'll talk.
So Rich back in the house. Rich, listen, over on the 10 wins.
Yo.
What's good?
I say we're gonna be right at 10 wins. And to piggyback on what what Kim mentioned, Steve Kim mentioned, sorry, is the fact that I expect us to win the games that we're supposed to win. And, you know, A&M might be a nail biter, Clemson might be a nail biter, but the other 10 games that's on that schedule, if we look at what happened, you know, with UNC playing FAMU, you know, they're going to have problems with us. You know, you look at FSU and how they played. I mean, if we win less than 10 wins after seeing their performance, I think we're really, I think I wouldn't say it's unacceptable. I'll say this. I'll say that 8 wins is unacceptable. 9 wins is predictable. Like if we win 9 wins and let's say we lose a game that we're not supposed to lose, that happens, right?
Right.
However, if we want to take back the city right now, if we want to take back the state right now, and to set up the future and what we're gonna do when it comes to recruiting and everything else, I would say 10 wins is the standard. That's where we got to be, especially when we have a schedule where you can look at the schedule and we're going to be highly favored almost every single time, except for 2 games. So if we win the games we're supposed to, then we'll be at 10 wins for sure.
You say it's the standard.
Yeah, absolutely.
When the last time
we're not in the SEC yet.
When the last time I
that was
won 10
under
games?
2017.
Yep.
2000. Oh shit. Everything
Right,
goes
and
back to 2017.
And Streeter, 2016, which was Rick's first year, we won 9. We literally went a month without scoring more than 21 points offensively. That could have been an 11-win team with better offense. To this day, I'm still kind of frustrated by that season. But I'm with Rich. If you actually look, and again, you don't play football games on paper. The betting line means nothing. But those guys in Las Vegas are the real experts. That's why they have those big, shiny casinos out there. They kind of know what they're talking about. You take a look at our schedule, game to game, we're going to be a favorite team in at least 10 of those 12. And that's, again, injuries can affect something, other variables. Look, the Carolina game, they've been a thorn in our side. And I'm with you, Rich. I thought defensively they look very poor. Offensively, Drake May, he looks pretty good. They have a good set of tight ends and obviously Joshua Downs, and they have a good young running back. So they're going to score points, but we play them at home after a bye week, after we play Middle Tennessee State. That means we have 3 weeks to prepare for them at home. The other tricky game is Virginia, because that's on the road, and they have a very good senior quarterback in Brennan Armstrong, but they replaced a whole offensive line. I don't know what was going on there outside their coaching change, but they all just transferred. Well, if our defensive line is as good as we think it is and as deep as we hope it is, that's a tough matchup. But again, Miami has to get right back into the habit of protecting the house and winning every game you're reasonably expected to. To me, that'd be a good first step for Mario Cristobal.
Absolutely.
Right. I'm thinking I was trying to find this post that this guy put up Basically, in so many words, what it said was my interview with Alonzo Highsmith that Kim loves to reference, brought back memories for him. He said, "Street." It basically brought back memories. He said, "Imagine Mario coming in here after 15 years, us not winning nothing, and James Williams, Cam Kitchens, Avante Williams are standing in front of Alabama in the national championship at the end of this year, telling basically battle or telling Alabama, you know what I'm saying? We ain't scared of you, motherfuckers." He said that's how it made them feel when Alonzo Highsmith did that versus Oklahoma. And I had never thought about it that way, to be that impactful. Because I was a young guy, you know what I'm saying? I was a young guy. I just remember the videos. Like, I can't. My memory goes back to Testaverde throwing 800 interceptions at Penn State. That's kind of where my memory starts at. Me and my dad sitting there watching Testaverde just on the goddamn 12-inch TV, just throw interceptions all night long. But bro, that post for some reason stuck out to me, and I put it on Twitter and I put it in the group me. And I say that to say this: I think it's over, dog. I think it's over. I think Mario. I think he could come in here and do something special. Special is Miami Central. Me telling rivals, hey man, go up there and watch Miami Central play IMG, man. I don't think anybody down here could beat them. I don't think any regular school can beat them. Go watch it in person. It's like abuse, yada, yada, yada. Then Central kicks their ass, like really kick their ass. Special is special. And you don't never know when something special is going to happen. But dog, I could feel it. I could feel it brewing. I could feel it brewing in the program. And I'm really, really close to the program. I walk on that campus almost every day. I think it's over. And I think the tough game I think will be Clemson. I don't know if we're ready to mentally walk in there and fight Big Brother and actually take Big Brother down quite yet with the same guys that have been anally raped by Clemson. You know what I'm saying? Or quivering in a corner like, if we make it, we got to play who?
Streeter,
I don't know. We're ready for that. Talk to me.
Streeter, here's the thing about Clemson, and I've mentioned this, and people don't want to hear it. Look, last year was a down year for Clemson. People forget they were 10-3, and if they just got average quarterback play, because they actually had below average quarterback play, with DJ Ungalela or whatever his name is. I mean, he literally had, I think, 9 or 10 touchdowns and 10 or 11 interceptions, and he threw at a 55% percentage clip. That's kind of like something you'd expect out of a wishbone quarterback out of Oklahoma.
Right.
That's something that Jamel Holloway did probably. I mean, nowadays, an average quarterback will throw for about low 60s and have about low 20s in terms of touchdowns and a lot less interceptions. If they just would have had average quarterback play, they easily could have actually been undefeated. Look, they were the one team outside of Bama that slugged it out with Georgia. Remember, they lost on a pick 6. They didn't give up a touchdown. Yeah. They lost 10-3. Now, they lost, I believe, an overtime or a double overtime game to NC State, who many people believe is going to be really good. So, and they lost them on the road. The other game, the Pitt game, they had drop passes and you know, they had a magical year there at Pitt. That team easily could have been 12-1 with just average quarterback play. And that front seven is a monster, guys. That's an NFL front seven. We have to go into Death Valley. And unfortunately, some of those high school linemen that are coming in, I actually think they could help us this season. We got to wait a year for them, though. So that's going to be a really, really tough game. If we win that game, I get the sense that's going to be like a 17-14 type of score.
Right.
You got something on that, Rich?
Yeah, I want to say that because of course I went to Clemson, so I kind of look into how they're doing. Of course, um, a lot of their D linemen got hurt. Like Brzee did
Brzee,
not play the
yes,
whole season,
played 4
and
games.
that guy's a monster. So
Yes.
I mean, when you look at that, and you're absolutely right with the quarterback play. I can't even remember the last time Clemson's quarterback only had 10 touchdowns in a whole season.
Yeah.
You would think, okay, they had 10 touchdowns in 3 games. No, that was the whole season. I, I can't, because they have a high-powered offense. I can't even remember the last time a Clemson quarterback had only 10 touchdowns. So they're going to be a lot better. And with Uiagalelei, if he doesn't come out firing on all cylinders, you're definitely going to see the freshman Cade
Oh,
Klubnik, who came
yeah.
in, during the spring, get his shot and carry the team from that point on. So,
Rich,
um,
I'm with you. If you go back to this Clemson run, which is about a decade or so, if they would have had just Taj Boyd level play, and Taj was an all ACC type of guy, they would have made the playoffs. I mean, when
without a
people
doubt.
say, when people say, "Hey, how does a coach make himself look smart?" Easy, have a good quarter.
Yeah.
Clemson went from Taj Boyd, who's a really good college quarterback, didn't make it into the National Football League, but he was good enough to get drafted, set some records. Then you have Deshaun Watson, maybe the greatest, most important player they've ever had because he elevated them, right?
Right.
Then you have the future #1 pick in Trevor Lawrence. That's a run. That is a great run of quarterbacks for 10 years that made Dabo Sweeney. His IQ rose about 100 points with those guys, and it went back 50 points last year.
So did his bank account.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think Tyler Van Dyke is going to do a lot for Josh Gaddis.
Yes.
Yep. Kim, what would have happened if Quan Muhammad and Jermaine Grace would have got kicked off that team in 2016?
Oh, I think that defense, even with Manny Diaz, who really had a completely different, much more aggressive philosophy than D'Onofrio, that could have been the difference between a win or two, especially Quan. Quan was one of those guys who flashed early, but every year something happened with him. I remember, I think he got into a little fight with his roommate or this kid that was, being a jerk off to him. And then with Jermaine got caught up in that whole rental car thing. I think Juwan Young also. It's really too bad because Jermaine actually spent some time in the National Football. He was one of the fastest linebackers we've had the past 15 years. And Quan Muhammad's still making money playing football. He was a really good natural edge rusher. Guys like that are the difference between a win here or a loss there. And that's really a shame. I know Brad Kaya and his father really well. And one day, me and his father, we went through the list of players when Brad was there that got suspended or kicked out. And we named like 15 really good players, from Alex Figueroa, then Juwan Young, Taylor Gadwall. These guys could play. And it's really a shame that we have not been a button-down program. But, yeah, those two guys were quality players. They absolutely would have helped us in 2016.
And I do want to add, Jafari Harvey kind of reminds me of Quan Muhammad.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Quan Muhammad was
just
a
that
freak.
pure. That's what I'm saying. Like Quan Muhammad was like that. He was, pure, just athletic guy.
Right.
That's just my 2 cents.
So listen, man, let us know in the comment section below, man. Let us know in the comment section below. Over under Eddie Jackson. That's that guy, that kid's name, Eddie Jackson.
Oh,
44.
he was
Remember
Eddie
him,
Johnson.
Kim? Eddie Johnson.
Yeah, he was. Oh my God, there was no sunshine in his life. His biggest play. Remember when we made that miraculous comeback against Georgia Tech in 2012? We scored the first 19, gave up the next 36, and then scored the last 20-something to win it. Mike James won the game with like a 25-yard burst in overtime. But Eddie Johnson made a huge hit on 4th and, I think, an inch. Because Paul Johnson decided to go for it. and he made this play. I heard with Eddie, he was always getting into something. And I guess Michael Barrow had enough. God bless Michael Barrow. And then there was no sunshine in our lives because he was soon off the team. That's another great what if.
And I remember him staying around. He stayed around the program. He just was hanging around Coral Gables for so long, and we were praying to God they put him back on the team. But they never did. We were praying to God they put him back on the team, but he never got back on the squad. But that's the name. What year was that? Do you remember what year that was?
Yeah, that was 2012. That was Golden's second year. Stephen Morris had a great game that game in Atlanta. I remember. And another good linebacker that we had that was only here for 1 year, and I think something else happened, and he ended up being a pretty good player at Utah, was Gianni Paul. Remember him, number 36?
I thought you were going to say Arthur Brown. Yep.
Well, Arthur Brown, if I ever got a chance to talk to Randy Shannon, I say, Randy, hey, Onion, I respect you, okay? Even though you coach at every school. Onion, I have to ask you 2 questions. What in the hell was your deal with Willie Williams and Arthur Brown? You never played those guys. You never. That's one of those great mysteries. Like, what the? You have 5-star guys, and I know someone that played with Willie Williams because he went out to junior college out here in L.A. A little running back, ended up being a backup at Arizona State, and we had a mutual friend, Rudy Carpenter, who's the quarterback there. He's a good friend of mine. So we're having lunch one day, and this guy tells me Willie Williams is the greatest football player he's ever been around. He said the stuff he did, he literally played his own defense every single play. Didn't care what the call was. He would just chase the football. But the guy says, that's the greatest football player I have ever been around. Flat out.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem was. I think, dog, what's funny about Randy Shannon? Randy Shannon went to my high school, Miami Norland. First of all, shout out to Cost Kane with the $20. Man, we're getting rich up in here. Rich. New era, like Bane said, the nightmare's over. I definitely believe so, bro. I think we buzzing on something great about to happen. Randy Shannon went to Miami Norland, and wasn't that great of a. He was a good player, but he didn't have all the talent.
Right.
It seemed as if Randy Shannon
liked himself.
Always had a problem with that overly talented guy.
But he loved Glenn Cook.
Right.
Because he was cerebral.
I think sometimes we embrace things that look like us, right?
Yes.
Right. Devin Hester, Randy Shannon. Remember that Randy Shannon, Devin Hester story? Think about it. Willie Williams, Arthur Brown. Like, it seemed as if he had a problem with those guys that were able to just wake up in the morning. I get out of bed, put my swag on, and I'm just able to do it. You know what I'm saying? No. We do it like this, yada, yada, yada. You ain't going to do it. Man, Willie Williams, I try to get Willie Williams to come to the Caneville show so many times, Kim. We're going to get him there, bro. I see him all the time. But he's doing fine. He basically works out kids. He works out. He was working out my girlfriend at one point in time. I had to go out. There. I was like, who working you out? Willie Williams? And go sit out there for a minute. All right. It's a big dude, man. A big, gentle giant, Kim.
That's the thing about coaching. I would love to talk to Coach Hayes about this, but there's a story about Lawrence Taylor his rookie year, and this one Parcells was just a coordinator. So there's this play, certain play happened, a quarterback rolls out, and Taylor attacks the quarterback, and he forces, I think, an interception. But that wasn't his assignment. So Parcells comes over to him and says, hey, Lawrence, on that play, when they do that, you're supposed to drop back. Don't do that. Whatever you did, that's wrong. So a quarter or two later, same thing happens. This time Lawrence Taylor sacks the quarterback, causes a fumble, and it's a touchdown. Parcells gets pissed off, and Parcells goes, hey, Lawrence, that's the second time you did that. And Lawrence just looks at him and goes, yeah, it seems to be working well. I think you should put that in. There comes a point where you have to give a great player license. And if you actually go back to the 1 year where Willie was on our roster, it was 2005, he flashed. He actually did some things. I'm like, wow. And we never got to see his career, which is a shame. It's one of the all-time what-ifs in Miami history.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of histories,
Yeah, in South Florida history.
South Florida history. I remember coming home from the military to watch Willie Williams play and watch my nephew. My nephew Eldrin Jones was going to be the quarterback before Ja'Cory Harris at Northwestern, and he was on the sideline. He was going to get the ball the next year. And I remember watching Willie Williams at Joe Robbie Stadium. And Northwestern had a running back. I forget his name. His mom was a twin. I worked with him. Looking at Willie Williams, saying to myself, like, oh my God, he's going to hurt somebody's child on the field. He looked like the Reaper. He looked like the Undertaker running around a football field, just waiting for a collision. It looked like, I don't think I've ever seen a scene, somebody that big, that fast, just basically hunting the offense. Like, he was just hunting the offense. Somebody said, Paul, Terry Perry. That's exactly who the running back was. Terry Perry. And I was happy my little cousin was on the sideline. I was like, he ain't want no part of that. But no, man, Willie Williams was always go down as one of the greats, bro. One of the greats in South Florida. So listen, man, we're going to get out of here. We're going to hand it over to Coach Hayes. Kim, man, we totally appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, and I'll see you in the next day or two. I fly in tomorrow night, and I'll give you a text when I land, brother.
Let's have lunch or breakfast or something, all right?
Absolutely. I'll see you in a few days, guys.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, man.
Rich, what's going on, bro?
Not much. Just loving the stories, man. And I just want to say this, too, before we end. When you aired the Miami Central interview live, there was a lot of folks in the comments talking about Ohio football and Midwest football and all of that stuff. And one thing that I could appreciate with you is putting up those stats. Because when you start rattling off who Miami Central has faced over the past 5 to 10 years, how many championships they won, how many guys are in the NFL, and so on and so forth, it looks surreal. You're like, what? Because if you compare it to whoever they're saying is a top 10 school, whatever like St. John Bosco, right? I think is number 1 right now. And didn't they come down and didn't they play in Florida this past weekend?
I think so, yeah. What's the name? Beat them, right?
Yeah, and they lost.
Yeah, let me see. St. John Bosco. Let's see. I think they also beat Central a long time ago.
Yeah, they did, but on Saturday, I think they lost, and they're still ranked number 1.
Well, no, they're 1-0. So no, they went to Allen, Texas, and they beat up on Allen, Texas, actually.
Oh, okay.
52-14. That's what that was. St. John's, Chaminade beat St. John's the other night.
Yeah, it was. I think it was St. John and PA. All right, St. John.
Right.
PA. All right, cool. But my whole point is, the magnitude of what they did, and you also saw some folks talking about IMG had their second stringers in the game and all this other nonsense. Well, first of all, you can't even tell who's first string and second string because all they do is recruit blue chippers. So who's really first or second string? I hope that all of South Florida, Miami Central, all those guys, that they continue to do their thing this season and just continue to leave no doubt as they do every year. I hope Tiger throws for over 4,000 yards and just making an exciting season, not only at the collegiate level, but also at the high school level. And I hope that, as we mentioned, the university taps in and they start also looking at kids prior to high school as well. So I think that'll be dope.
Right. Appreciate you, big homie, man. I'm gonna hit you up a little later, all right?
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yo. All right, listen, man. 786-459-9499. We had an epic day in here, man. Donated over $500, man. That's the most we ever had donated, man. We totally appreciate you, dudes. In return, we're giving off a $700 course, 15 classes in this course. Learning how to trade, learning how to read a chart, learning how we pick all our stocks, learning how we, you know what I'm saying? From $750, $99, bro, until Friday. You can just scan the code, send us your email, you'll get your classes. Oh man, we still got money coming in, bro. Yeah, y'all gonna make me cry, man. I'm gonna have to get up out of here, man. Y'all gonna make me cry, man. What's going on, man? What is going on? DMB came. $4.99 for all you do, man. Man, I appreciate y'all dudes, man. I appreciate y'all dudes, man. From the $5 all the way to the $199, man. I appreciate anybody that go in their pocket and give to what we got going on. Definitely Twan X. We all could definitely use it in the operation that we run. Definitely. It's always a help. And anybody who helps run the group me, anybody who helps all you guys, man, we appreciate all you guys, man, trying to build a community, which I mean, I think that's what the world is going to, communities anyway. And this is the Caneville community, but the football villains for everybody who's in the group me. I think we're up to 170 people in the group me. I think 200 and something. So it's like maybe 30 people that aren't in there. I don't know where they are. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, before we get out of here, man, like I said, $99 is $700 course, man, they're selling, man, for $99 until Friday. You can just scan the code, send your email, and you'll get your classes. 15 recorded classes of me teaching the stuff that I know, and then 2 live ones where you get the question and answer. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the alert bell. All that's free. All that's free. All right? Hit join button and you get to watch. You get to watch the video again. I mean, you get to rewatch the Miami Central, how we kick IMG behind with Coach Jude and Coach, because that's where that is, sitting behind the paywall with Coach Jude and Coach AJ. That's the join button, and even it's YouTube is paying half the first month. You got to pay like $2 to join the first month. So listen, man, don't put off tomorrow. Something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D, and I'm out of here. Shout out to Bullyville, Sean Rounds, man, DMV Kane, all y'all boys, man. Appreciate y'all.